guys, welcome back to my channel. So to begin this look, we are doing our eyes first. I'm going ahead and priming my eyes. This is the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creme de Nude, and I'm just using this all over my lid and taking it over my eyebrow to kind of block out the colour. Then I'm going ahead and setting everything in place just with a face powder. This is just going to make blending eyeshadows onto our lid so much easier and make it a lot more kind of smoother across our lid as well. Going in with the Morphe 35B palette, I'm taking this pastel pink colour as our initial transition shade and just taking a big fluffy brush and using this back and forth in our crease. I kind of wanted this eye look to be a cut crease, so you guys know the drill. I'm then going in with this kind of pastel-y, purpley shade. Basically just one slightly darker than the pastel pink that we used to kind of further define the crease and begin the cut crease look. After blending those two together, I am mixing these two darker purples together on a pencil brush and using this to kind of create the defining cut crease line in our socket. And I'm just taking it up slightly because I don't want it to be too harsh, as we can always go back in to further define it. But yeah, just using kind of like a fluffy pencil brush to create the crease and then going back in with the previous fluffy brush to blend it out. Not with any additional product, just using the fluffier side of things to diffuse any harsh lines.
Take it slow, mister.
Going back in with the Maybelline Colour Tattoo, we are going to use this to really define the crease and clean up the lid space, just in case any of the eyeshadow came down and we want it to be super cut. So this is a really handy trick to do that if you're quite messy in your crease or you have quite a, hooded eye. This helps to create the illusion of a more cut crease because you can create your own. For the lid colour, we are mixing these two pigments together. One is from Peaches Makeup called Kitten and the other one is from Neve Cosmetics called Jellyfish. They both kind of have a pastel-y iridescent finish to it, which I'm obsessed with and thought would be perfect for this look. So we're just going to go ahead and put this over where we've just placed down that Maybelline Colour Tattoo. Then, like I said, we can go back in with that pencil brush again to further define the crease and clean up any of the lid transfer if there was any, or just anything like that if you've made any mistakes. Then going back in with the fluffy brushes again, you guys know, sorry I'm kind of getting lower and lower out of the camera for this, but yeah, just using that to make sure everything is blended seamlessly. Then I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette and this shade here. I'm just using that to highlight the inner corner. I went with the slightly more green toned one because that's the colour I wanted for my under eye as well. Then taking a makeup wipe, we are just going to clean up the edges to create a sharp line perfect for our wing. For winged liner, I am taking the pink NYX Vivid Brights liquid liner and just creating that cat eye wing. You could totally add glitter to this or use any sort of different colour. It's totally up to you. Then I am filling in my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream colour in Ice Blue and a corresponding pencil. And for lashes, using the House of Lashes Hollywood Glamour lashes, and I added some individuals to the end as well. For the base, I am using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. This one is really good as it is, like it implies, a full coverage foundation. It's really good for your skin as well. The ingredients are incredible and like I said, gives a really good full coverage, so perfect for a base. We are going to be going in with loads of other face products as well, so it doesn't really matter what foundation you use, but this is a really good one. For concealer, I'm taking the Zoeva, I think this is the Concealer Spectrum palette, and just using this underneath my eyes as we normally would to help brighten, well yeah, to help brighten up underneath the under eyes.
Maybe you should take it slow.
all for the face, so you just want to go ahead and set everything in place with a powder. This is just going to make sure that when we go back to finish the eyes, the powders that we use underneath aren't going to cling to any cream products. Speaking of which, I'm taking this pencil that we used in the brows. It's from Neve Cosmetics. I think it's called Serenity. I'm not sure. All the products I've used, by the way, I have linked and listed down below. If I don't say any names, they are all down below. But this is a really gorgeous pastel turquoise, perfect for the waterline. And then I'm taking this turquoise colour from the same Morphe palette and just taking that underneath my lash line. And I'm going to drag it down kind of in an upside down triangle motion. But this is when you can get totally creative with whatever you want. You can use whatever colour scheme you want. This is just a design that I came up with. And yeah, like I said, applying this in a upside down triangle shape. Going in with this blue colour here, I am just going to smudge that along my lash line. I'm not really going to take this down onto my face just because I wanted to use it to define my lower lash line and create that gradient effect. Using Lucky Clover from the Moonchild palette, I'm just going to press this on top of where we placed that pastel eyeshadow. This highlighter had kind of like a reflexive green. It's the one that we used in our inner corner as well. So it's all tying together, as you can see. And this is going to create like an iridescent green finish to the face. Kind of look like scales. Well, or that's kind of what I had in my mind anyways. Now time to just tie our hair back because we are going to be using a wig. So I am just tying my hair in a low bun just because if I did a high bun it'd be way obvious. And then I'm applying the wig cap that comes with the wig that I bought, but realistically it's almost like one of those tight pop socks, so you can just use one of them if you have one of those. I'm just kind of tying my hair up now because we are going to be doing kind of perimeter face skin makeup, so I can blend the makeup into my hairline. I'm going in with like a contour brush and mixing loads of the purple shades from that Morphe palette, and I'm kind of applying this where you would apply a bronzer, but like extra lily. As you can see, like obviously you wouldn't want your contour to be that harsh, but as this is kind of costume makeup, you can be as playful and creative as you want. I am using one of the kind of more iridescent purple shades in the palette because I think that has a really nice finish to it. Then I'm just going ham with that Moonchild palette and just dipping this brush into loads of the different shades. I think this was the slightly darker blue one because I thought it would complement the purple. I'm just using that over the top and just creating the kind of skin effect that I'm after. Again, using that Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, I'm taking the shade Pink Heart, I think this is, and kind of placing this between the turquoise and the purple. So we do have a highlighter and it just kind of blends and merges those two colours together. Using a matte magenta shade from the same Morphe palette, I'm using this to further define the contour and blend it up, just because I felt like it got a little bit lost and I do kind of want to have defined-ish cheekbones. So I'm just using a purple shade to create that on a fluffy crease brush. Then, this is the fun part. You can take a makeup brush, and this is just some micellar water. I'm using this to create the scale effect, and by doing this, I'm literally almost creating a patchwork effect, just doing diagonal lines and then diagonal lines in the opposite direction to kind of mimic the appearance of scales. So super, super easy and looks really effective. Then going in with a cotton bud. There is nothing on this. I'm just applying a bit of pressure and going over the places I went with the makeup brush and the micellar water, just to kind of dry it up and really kind of get rid of any product on there and it be really defined and noticeable. Then, again, the fun part, you can pick your glitters. I really recommend this mermaid glitter. I've linked it down below. I think it looks the most realistic, but I'm also going in with some sparklers from Makeup Geek and then this random glitter I just found in my drawer with the same sort of colour scheme. I'm using the Too Faced glitter glue and just using a brush to apply it to my skin and just place basically in the places that I want the glitter to stay. So, totally up to you. I'm just using a fluffy brush to apply them as well. This is the mermaid glitter I was talking about. It really looks like scales, so if you're going for a mermaid look, I really recommend this. I think you can get it from ASOS. I'm not 100% sure, but I've linked it down below and I have tagged it in my Instagram too. But yeah, just go crazy, be creative and do whatever design you want. You could totally apply this underneath the eyes as well, which I think if I was to ever recreate this look again, I would do that too. But yeah, just applying the glitter wherever you want to create that scaly effect. Then on a fluffy brush, I'm just dipping it into that Moonchild palette again. I can't even remember what colour, it was probably all of them. I was just going crazy with it. I am just applying that all over my face again to kind of imply the pastel, scaly, iridescent skin finish. Then for the lips, I'm taking a Good Timing Pro Longwear lip pencil from MAC, and then I really wanted a pastel pink lip, so I'm going in with the Too Faced Melted Matte in Miss Posy or something. It's along those lines. I have named it down below. As you can see, it's super, super pale pink, but we are going to kind of mummify it in a second. Again, with the Moonchild palette, I'm just taking a fluffy brush and mixing the green shade and the blue shade and just literally dousing my lips in it. So almost using that as like a lip topper. Now it's time for the wig. This is the Pastel Pink Ombre Synthetic Wig from everydaywigs.com. I've linked them down below. They have such incredible wigs. They feel so real and they look so realistic as well. This one even had like an ombre, so it looked really realistic as well. I've linked them down below too. Now, just to finish off, I'm just adding the Cocoa Brown Golden Goddess Oil to my body to give me kind of more of a shimmery effect, and then going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette again on just like a big brush and applying loads and loads of different shades to my skin to create that oh my god, I can't even talk. To mimic the effect that I've done on my face, essentially, and it to be more realistic on my body as well. And then I think I went actually into that iridescent purple shade from the Morphe palette, just for a bit more colour and definition. And then I went in with that Too Faced glitter glue again, and the mermaid glitter, so the scales would translate onto my body as well. So this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely share it with your friends. I've seen so many mermaid looks going around at the moment and I just think they're so pretty, so definitely more of a wearable Halloween idea. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!